20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. Rap your city. Let me see the mic. Rap your city. Give me the mic. Rap your city. I got you. Rap your city. I'm gonna tell you now, man. Rap your city.
It's time for us to go live, so rep your city. I really would appreciate if y'all roll with me. Feeling this music cause it makes me wanna step. And if you don't want it to, then you lying to yourself. Cause every time we party, we gon' have fun. I don't know about you, but I'ma rep where I'm from.
Rap your city. Okay. Rap your city. Let me see the mic. Rap your city. Give me the mic. Rap your city.
Welcome to the RYC Live Show. And this is Rep Your City RYC Live Fresh Fridays. And we are back once again with another fresh episode. We do this each and every Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And guess what? It's Friday night. It's 8 p.m. And here we are, live broadcasting from the capital, Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here in the studio tonight with our special guest in the backstage area, brother DJ Phonz. But before I bring him out, just a few reminders. We'd like to encourage everyone that's tuning in right now, if you keep it locked and loaded to this platform, to this channel. If you have not done so already, please go to our channel and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. That's RYC Live. Right? And if you'd like to be a guest on a future show for a future date, please send us an email to ryclive@yahoo.com. That's ryclive@yahoo.com. And someone from the team will be more than happy to get with you to book you on a future show for a future date. And if you like this programming that you receive each and every Friday evening, we encourage you to send us any kind of monetary donations to our Cash App on RYC Live. That's the $ RYC Live. Also, we are at the Chicago Hip Hop Heritage Museum every Saturday. So for anyone who has not been there, you should come down and check us out. We're there on Saturdays, each and every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Our address is 4505 South Indiana, 4505 South Indiana, and we're open for guided tours from 12 to 5. Or you can go to our website at www.chhhm.com and book a tour for a future date on a specific day and time. All right, so so y'all already know what it is. You know, y'all know how we do it. You know, we come to y'all with the raw each and every week. And so we got our brother in the backstage area. It's been a long time in coming, representing the Chiraq Nation, representing Euphonics Crew, representing, you know, he has so many hats that he wears, you know, DJ, producer, you know what I'm saying? A man of many talents. And operating some of his other platforms that he has. He also have worked with on the stages or the section of the DJs at WHPK. You know, also now working with our homeboy DJ Tego Ones, you know, on Bang Le Dex recordings. You know, shout out to brother Tego Ones and the entire Euphonics crew. One love to all my brothers, all the Chiraq Nation members. You know, we checking in. All the house DJs and hip hop DJs and anyone lovers of music. Tonight, this is your night. We're going to talk about some history. We're going to talk about some Chicago connections, some good friendship, professionalism, industry, culture. We're going to talk about it all. What's up, Chris? I see you checking in, my brother. See you, Nino, checking in from Euphonics. What's up? One love. Yeah. So without further ado, we got the architect, the one and only DJ Brother Phonz.
Peace.
What's up, my brother?
Man, I'm cool, man. Peace. What's happening with you?
Man, welcome to the RYC Live Show, man. It's been a long time in coming.
Yeah, that's true, man. Am I good, man? You got me. Can you see it?
Yeah, you good, man. Good,
okay,
man.
Cool.
Good for the people, man. You got tuners tuning in already, man. So,
oh man, love. Peace, everybody, man.
Word
How
up.
you doing, man? How you been, man? I see what you doing out here.
Yes, sir. You know, trying to keep the culture alive. You know.
You're doing it well, man. Y'all doing a good job too, man. I still need to get down to that museum, man. Last time I was home, y'all was doing some reconstruction, putting a little work into it, so it was shut down for a minute.
Okay,
I was trying to get my son, but he should be coming through there probably before me. So.
Okay, yeah. Well, we back open now. We usually there. Kingdom is there on Wednesdays from 12 to 5. I'm there on Saturdays from 12 to 5. And then any other days throughout the week or weekend, you can schedule a tour you could actually book a tour on the website. And then, you know, if we're available, we could, you know, lock you in and set it for that time and date.
Okay, that'll work. You know, I just want to look around, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing a lot of big things and seeing the tours, you know what I'm saying? The clips of the tours and everything going on. So
yeah, and you got to come down anyway, man, because you already represented in the museum, man. So you got to come check it out.
I appreciate it. It's love, man. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to everybody that's representing in there, everybody in there, everybody that came to visit. You know what I'm saying? That's our history. You know what I'm saying? That's
yes, sir.
Culture,
Yes, sir. So
thank you for having me, man. You know, I do appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, we try to like give people their flowers while they can still smell them. You know, that's the thing now. It's just like, you know, let's not wait until we gone and talk about all the great things that our loved one has done after they are gone. You know, let's talk about that while they still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right, bro. Hey, I'm here. I'm living and breathing. Thank God. You know, I'm here. You feel me?
Yeah. And I think it's just, it's all about legacy and heritage now, because, now that we've gotten older, many of us that has been in the game for all of these years, people don't want to be forgotten. And so, people are doing, documentaries, books, movies, people doing podcast shows, like this. And so, everybody's trying to tell their stories.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of that. That's good though, man. The story got to be told, because and then it's told correctly too,
Yes.
Definitely. So you got to tap into the real resources of things,
Yeah. So while we got the tuners coming in, man, they coming in. Shout out to Bang Le Dex recording. My man, brother Tego One's in the building. I see you, my brother.
Word.
Yeah. So hey, let's go all the way back to the beginning, man.
All right.
Let's tell the viewers how you got started in hip hop, man. Like, I like to always go all the way back because I know you started in the 80s.
Yeah.
And so did I, and so I think it's important for any fans or onlookers when they see or hear of the artists that we bring on the platform, I like to give them an introduction to how that began for you as an artist and how it has come full swing. So, just kind of give us a little introduction of how you got started and where were you at when you got started in the game?
In hip hop in general, or just dealing with the music?
Yeah. Were you in Chicago or were you in another?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Chicago. South Side.
Okay.
95th area. Shout out to my guys on 95th. All my guys, Princeton Park, my 9 trade cats, all the guys at Thule Park, out of Abbott Park too. That area.
Okay.
I pretty much, man. Truth be told, man, I started putting a needle on the record at 2 years old, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's true story, man.
Okay.
Just caught a bug. Well, if I really want to go back, my mother used to put her stomach on the speaker, man, when she was pregnant with me.
Okay.
And turn the speaker up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe that did something to me.
Way in advance, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So by 2 years old, man, we talking what, 76, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I could really say 77 because my birthday is December 74. So we talking 77. I got a Welcome Back Carter, little snap turntable, you carried it around, and
wow.
They had to buy me my own 45s because I was tearing up my people's needles, doing mini spins, wouldn't even let the record play all the way. So,
wow.
I caught the bug there, man. That's really where it started from. And just, music all around the house. Family had record collections, man. You know what I'm saying? My father had a hella record collection. My mama had records too. But, my peoples, they played this stuff that was dope and that was, popular too, but they was more a little deep, man, a little eclectic with it too, So I got a taste of everything, and that's really where it came from, man. So it just went on from there, it was just always music.
That's what's up. So,
you know what I'm saying?
So did you have like were any of your, like you say your mom, but when anybody else in your family a DJ that you
necessarily a DJ. My uncle Dwayne, my aunts, you know what I'm saying? So he used to DJ a little sets, but they weren't like into the DJing like how we know it as, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They weren't doing that. It was more so like, he had 2 turntables, but now I will say my Uncle Murph, he had a 1200, you know what I'm saying? And said he played disco, like mixing like Frankie and them, you know what I'm saying? And so he played disco, but he wasn't out there. I mean, I don't remember. I was too young if he was out there doing any sets and parties like that,
Okay.
But I do remember him having that collection and having 1200s and stuff like that. And like I didn't even know what a 1200 was until I really got wind of it, like what it actually was. I'm like, oh, my Uncle Murph had one of those, you know what I'm saying? But he was early with it.
Right.
So
right.
But fast forward, I guess, so later towards the hip hop coming in, well, shit, man, I can remember my mom and them playing, and my cousins and, what I'm saying, the family friends and people in the neighborhood, they rocking Curtis Blow and Sugar Hill Gang at my brother Boog's birthday party. He like turning 1. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I remember hearing that, you know what I'm saying? And just the DJs, you know what I'm saying? Well, plus there was a lot of DJs in my neighborhood, man.
Okay.
Like, that's another thing I caught wind of early. That was a blessing for me, you know.
Okay.
So it was just surrounded by it. And also, I got a cousin, my cousin Leah. She had a deal. It was a group called Loose Change.
Okay.
And they were signed to Casablanca Records, and they came out with an album in '79. I think one of the songs that kind of hit the charts a little bit. I don't know if it went super high, but it broke through a little bit on the dance charts. So, you know, in them days, the R&B or, you know, the black charts, and you got the white charts music, you know what I'm saying? So it was disco though, you know what I'm saying? It's the end of the era of disco. But I mean, you know, they still, I mean, as far as I know, as far as I remember, they, you know what I'm saying, the DJs, they still run that cut here and there, straight from the heart. That's the name of it.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You know, so
when you mentioned some of the DJs in your neighborhood, were they like more local, or did you have any kind of celebrity?
Well, first of all, it's a lot of local DJs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot. I mean, but certain ones, notable ones, and well, my man Kip, him and Nick Nonstop and DJ Diego, you know, they all from my neighborhood.
Okay.
And so I was watching them, especially being around my man Kip. They're part of this group called Pleasure Zone that came out on Track Records.
Okay.
And pretty much, you know, Kip was the man in my neighborhood to us. And shout out to my man Sandy. That's my boy Jay's older brother. You know, I was watching him early on, 81, 82, 83, you know, and they rocking all the Prelude cuts and stuff from, you know, West End Records and all Italiano disco, and you know, they playing all them joints. They weren't on 12s. This is when they was having, you know, the rolling pitch turntable.
Mm-hmm.
Days, you know what I'm saying? Straight arms, you know. So, and then my man Bink, I used to do parties with him, but I watched him, you know what I'm saying, as a young, because me and his brother started school together, Big Bink. He's actually out here on the radio station in Dallas. But me and him did a lot of stuff. And then, you know, like I said, I heard certain stuff on tape firsthand, you know what I'm saying? The Jack My Body, the original House Nation,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I mean, I was around that, so I know who made those original records, you know. I'm trying to throw no darts, but it's just facts. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was like I caught the bug of that, you know what I'm saying? And me, I was like that young, I guess you could say I was like that young pest. I'll be that young cat sitting right in front trying to peek the record, what it is, if they ain't covered. You know what I'm saying? Getting dizzy watching it spin around. I'm trying to, you know, catch the name of it and stuff. But that was always me, man. I mean, I've been buying records with my own money since I was seven years old, man. You know
That's crazy. That's crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the period of time. Obviously, during this time, you already was, you know, you was already, you know, savvy of it, you know, when WBMX was hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. You know, but I wasn't on turntables. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I was watching it.
Yeah. So tell us like your experience, because I remember for me, when I was listening to it, and this was before HBK. So I remember when I was listening to it in grammar school, right? You know, especially on a Friday and a Saturday night in the summertime, you know, so we didn't have to go to school come Monday. So, you know, Friday and Saturday nights was lit, right? Because, you know, we definitely tuned into BMX, man. And I listened to it righteously on the weekend, you know, because that was just the thing to do on a hot summer night, right? You know, we outside kicking it, you know. And you know, we
be on the porch with your radio.
Yeah. You know, and then we hear these DJs, you know, and at the time I didn't know any of them personally, but you know, just you know, hearing them get down on the radio, man, it was just like wow. And for me, what was so interesting, and I want you to talk about your experience, but for me, what was so interesting is their composition of music, like the way they used to play the different records, which at the time I had no idea how they were doing it, right? You know, and to some degree, I didn't even know that they were playing so many, you know, records because they blended them so well. You know, but what was intriguing to me, because, you know, hip hop was my first love, right? But because we come up in a house driven city as well, you know, BMX for me kind of like made us, I guess kind of fed us a variety of music early on, right? Yeah. And I remember hearing funk, I remember hearing disco, I remember hearing soul, I remember hearing electro, I remember hearing house, and I remember hearing hip hop. And so I was just like,
yeah, right. You heard the breaks. You heard breaks.
Right. Yeah. You know, so what was that like for you?
All right. Well, for me, it was an experience. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I had a set of blank tapes on deck. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't, I'm putting tissue in the tape somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I picked that from being with the older dudes. And, you know, they put me on there. You understand? I didn't really hang with a lot of people my age growing up. I hung with a lot of people that was 3, 4, 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
You know, and I was doing that at a young age.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if my mother knew half the stuff that I was seeing and being around, she'd have telling you. You feel me? So, but I mean, I was just, you know, I absorbed it all. And then on top of that, you know, you got so forget, you know what I'm saying, the man himself, the cool gent, Herb Kent.
Yes.
You know, my mother's playing these, when he used to have those Saturday night stepper set shows.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And she was running those. Now, mind you, I might vaguely remember the other stuff when he had the punk rock show, but I was a youngster. You know, I was kind of catching wind of it, but
right.
I wasn't old enough to really like, oh, I'm catching this at this night. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I happened to stumble across it, or one of my older cousins, somebody was playing it. You know what I'm saying? In tune, put me in tune with it. Shout out to my cousin Ivy. You know what I'm saying? She used to babysit me, man, and she was, you know, her friends was playing all the hot mixes and stuff. So
yes.
And then I got a cousin who used to go to the original warehouse. My cousin Bonnie. That's
wow.
my mother's first cousin. So she used to be up in there early. Like she was, what she tell me, she was like, you know, one of the few early females that was actually going there.
Wow.
At the time, you know what I'm saying, when they opened. So every time she used to hear me play house, you know, she, you know, running F it up, Frankie F it up, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's all she remember, you know what I'm saying? In her head, it's like the record start, you know, because I'm down there playing it and whatever, or it's on radio, on tape, you know. But it was an experience, man, just to really hear how those records was mixed seamlessly. And then, like I said, I guess you could say I got exposed early and got spoiled at an early age because I watched some of these DJs do this in the park, or I'm watching my boy's older brother, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. And so I'm like geeked up. But one thing they gave me experience, they told me, say, start by getting your records together early, you know, and know your music and know your records, you know what I'm saying? So you know when to bring stuff in and, you know, things like that. But mind you, at the same time, we got this funk, this dance music coming out of disco, you know, this dance music coming in and this locking records, you know what I'm saying? Some of these popping records, and then you got the Should Have Been You and Billy Ocean, you know, nights like this, feel like getting down. And my OG used to take me to the kiddie disco at the Copper Box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She had me at the kiddie disco, man. So I can't even remember the DJ's names to tell you the truth, but I just remember they was rocking all that, and I Just Want to Be, and Mama Used to Say, and, you know, they playing all this stuff, man.
Right.
You know, we out there doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? We jamming to this. And plus, I was a skater, so I stayed in the skating rinks.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed in them. The loop was my spot. That was my go-to.
I was just thinking when you started talking about skating, I thought about the loop. You
know
what I'm saying? We were going to the loop before we went to the rink on 87.
Yeah, I was going to the loop first. I didn't go to the rink first.
Yeah.
I was at the loop, man, and you know, the older cats, I'm watching them trying to learn how to crazy leg. But the DJs is running this James Brown, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a James Brown head since I was a shorty.
Yeah.
Still a James Brown fiend, you know, trust me.
Right.
And so I'm really bugging out because I'm hearing certain cuts that I ain't heard before. And I'm like, what's this? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my people's stash and looking friends of the family, everybody on the block. Trust me, I was a pest, man. You know, I had to have it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
But but to get back to your point, because I'm bleeding off the different stories and bouncing all over the place.
No, that's good.
They have a major impact, you know what I'm saying, and really a major impact on the whole city. But they was providing us what was played at these at these clubs.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying, us youngins, you know, our age group,
Right.
We knew this records were being played. You know, someone might have heard some of these bootleg tapes that was floating around, but we couldn't get up in there.
Yeah.
I was just excited to know, like, what's this record? You know, I'm trying to know the names of them, and you know, trying to get all of that. Then I started getting up on how, you know, import records. You know what I'm saying? God bless the day of my stepfather. He put me up on import records. He was going when they was downstairs.
Right.
You know, before they moved upstairs. I remember DJ Pierre being down there, you know, and a few other people, but you know, I started knowing where the record stores was at, you know, other ones other than Metro Music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? And plus we had one down the street too. So I was just up in there trying to grab a 40. Like I said, I bought my first 45 of this record store used to be on 95th.
Okay. Okay.
And that was Rick James, Super Freak.
So when did you get your first actual turntables that was yours?
Pretty much was kind of given to me, man. Like, well, someone had a newer set and gave me their older set, big old platters on it, you know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, what year was that, man? Ooh. About 86.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know okay. So about 86. I was still in grammar school.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So about 86, yeah, you know. But like I said, me touching a very set of turntables, like dual turntables, 12s, I should say, you know, just really getting started working on other people's stuff. And then like my uncle man had like one turntable with a pitch and the other one didn't without it. So I'm trying to learn how to blend and know these records, you know what I'm saying, with that stuff. But the actual official turntables, you know, like mine was 86, you know what I'm saying? Like that was mine, you know, now, you know what I'm saying? But I already got used to those turntables because I used to spin with them, make tapes with them. Okay. So by the time he was like, man, you can have these. I'm like, bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. I ain't got to deal with the makeshift setup I got no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people know that. You know, you might have people that had that one good turntable and had that other one that ain't really what you trying to, you know, if you can blend on those, man, getting on a dual set that's even or 1200s, that should be easy. You know, it should be, but the platters are different. So, yeah. You know, that makes a difference, man, you know. But so I would say, but by 84, into 84, 85, I mean, that was the first time I had touched in 12. And it really was my man Kip's younger brother, Jay. You know, he this is how he messed me up. He threw on 2 copies of Double Dutch Bus and moved the pitch anywhere. It was like, get this on beat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how he got me. He was like, here, get this on beat. That's how they test you. And back then, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't had no skills or you even know what you was doing, you wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
You know, you getting put gone, you know, they ain't finna let you touch it again. You had to
right.
You know, you had to earn your respect, man. And you had to earn that by having that skill set or even just knowing the music would give you the respect, but you really had to know what you was doing. And I picked up on it real early. I got fortunate, man.
Nice. Seriously. Okay. All right. Let's go into WHPK. So when did you first start listening to WHPK?
I stumbled, probably like many others did. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Stumbled across it in 84.
Okay.
Bugging out. You know what I'm saying? I remember waking my brother Bug up like, yo, he's a shorty. You know what I'm saying? But I'm bugging out because I'm hearing this Run DMC on here. And, you know, Dougie Fresh and 84, you know, he was really hearing the earlier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Fresh is the Word, you know, we talking about 85, and Fresh is the Word was rocking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you already heard I'm just saying they was like playing it, the full extent versions of this stuff, and that was bugging me out. You know, like, wait, ain't no commercial in between. They playing a record again. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like pirate radio in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about that, but now I think about it. That's how I stumbled across it. It felt like pirate radio. Like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing this and hearing these other cut stuff. I'm breaking to. You know what I'm saying? They playing that and Fat Boys joints being ran. The whole full length 12 inches, they ain't being cut off. The radio versions, ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, get my tapes ready, man. You know what I'm saying? and you know, I'm trying to think, who was it, man? It was Schoolie D. That might have been the one. You know, and then they had versions of, you know, like the Rakim. I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to get the year right, but I want to say that Rakim came out. My melody. That's probably what, early 80, late 85, early 86, something like that.
Yeah, it was 86.
But they had versions that they played, but they let it run. You know what I'm saying? Must have got you too hot, cut off your wings. They used to bleep that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they playing this version, and I'm just kind of like tripping on that, like, oh man. So then I started listening, and I got in tune with the time it come on.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm literally making sure I don't look. And back then I was, I had no money, man. You know what I'm saying? I had some, DJing a little here and there, little parties, neighborhood joints, nothing too big. Spending for grown folks, you know what I'm saying? Because my mother used to set me up with parties with her peoples and stepper sets, and so I used to play them. But I'm buying Tone Masters. I wasn't even buying them. I ain't had no Maxwell, chrome tape money, man.
Hey, look, we used to go to Walgreens and get the Tone Masters.
I'm talking about the orange and black ones, the all white with the orange stripe and the black. You know what I'm saying? The ones that was blue too. What was those? The 90 minutes or something like that. I got a rack of these. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Record HBK. I was bugging. I mean, a lot of people everybody wasn't up on HBK. They got on a little later, man. But there was one female in my neighborhood. Shout out to Taryn. We got the same birthday too. And she was the only one. She was recording. I was bugging out because she a female too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't expect that.
Right.
She's the only one recording HBK, man. And whatever I didn't get, she'd get. So we used to trade off tapes.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Yeah. HBK was, man, that was like a savior for the whole city, man.
Real quick, I want to shoot a shout out to Steady Serve checking in the building. Shout out to my man Steady Serve. Shout out to my man Vice. I see you, my brother. Octagon from No Pity Committee. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Man. Got the real ones checking in. Huh? Actually, guys, the records with Vice and Serve. We're working on Serve out, man. I'm working on something with Vice too.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? Griffin, Radic Static. Got some coming, man.
Yeah.
In the makings. Peace to them brothers, though, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah. So Octagon say, I used to stuff my mama's tapes with tissue and the bottom of
the blues tapes. Oh man, like, you know what? Lord forgive me. Sometimes, man, them preacher sessions and gospel tapes, man. Man, Lord, forgive me. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think HBK was definitely a revelation, especially for us that stumbled across it, myself included. Me and my whole crew, we did the same thing, just turning the dial, looking for something different, and all of a sudden hearing something staticky sound with some rapping and some cursing. That's what really kind of got it. He was like, wait a minute. Right. He was like, wait a minute. They rapping and cursing on the radio?
Tripping me out. You know what I'm saying? Like really bugging out on that, man.
Right.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that, man. It was just like, that was just something new. It was fresh. And then what's the other show? I want to say NUR is at the station. They used to play the you know what I'm saying, the punk and the new wave, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing, Talking Heads and B-52s and Telix and what's that group? Queso, you know what I'm saying? All them, and you're hearing you're hearing some of these records too on the Hot Mix 5, but you're hearing these full length, you know what I'm saying? Spasticus, you know what I'm saying? Them joints, and just all this shit was just rare, The Clash and Conk, and you know what I'm saying? All these records was being ran, but they was playing them full length and give you the names of the records too.
Yeah.
That was the crazy part. They give you the name of the playlist. So it's like, writing them down. You know
I think HBK was definitely very educational for a lot of us when it came to music, because like you said, giving us the playlist. Just early on, we were still kids back then. And when we started tuning in, listening to it on a regular, we learned. I know for me, it was a direct education on hip hop for me.
Yeah.
And I think that if it hadn't have been for HBK, we wouldn't have learned about that hip hop that we got as early as we did if it wasn't for HBK, because it wasn't like we was going to New York back then. Many of us anyway. And so it was because of the education that we got from WHPK that really kind of helped us early on. Because we got to think about it. That was before any other major radio stations was playing rap.
Yeah.
You know,
no, they wasn't playing it. You know, I mean, you might have heard, but this is still later though. You might have heard certain records,
right?
Like Casper Groovy's Ghost Show or Mike T, Do It Any Way You Wanna,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Jocko, or that what's the Master J and them, the 1, 2, 3. Are You Ready? The Sounds of Brooklyn. Is that the name of that song?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, like BMX, they would play stuff by Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force. You know, Planet Rock. You know, they played Nucleus by Jam On It, Nucleus. You know. Yeah. You know, but
I used to hear all them play the Jumping Julian, Bad Boy, Bill, Nicky Nixon, Oliver, Mario Smoking Diaz. All of them was running them freestyle records we was breaking to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like if you talking specific stuff, like you say, some Tila Rock, some Just Ice, you had to get that from off of, like you say, HPK, or if you was on the north side, you had to get it from WNUR. Yeah,
right. And see, on the south side, we was able to. Well, it depends on where you were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of people they were still able to get HBK out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So so a lot of people lucked up. Some people didn't. I don't know if the north side man was able to get HBK really clear.
Right.
Depending on how far north you were.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they was rocking joints. Because all that, I mean, like you said, I mean, it was a savior, man, for the city, man. Honestly. I would have never known about hearing Veronica and all them joints. I'm talking about before, this is the early stuff, you know what I'm saying? When everything was limb-drummed out, you know what I'm saying? 808 limb drum, that's all you had, you know what I'm saying? The only machines you really heard,
Right.
Stuff like that, man. But as Tego reminded me some years ago, As Fresh as the Word was a staple song.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? That was like an anthem, a theme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For that station.
Right.
So we got, and then I'm going to say this, man. I have to add this in. Shout out to my man, Drew. I don't know where you at. I ain't seen that brother since 1985, but he was from Queens, and he used to visit his uncle that stayed on my block. So between like summer 80, he used to come he only came like 3 summers in a row, 83 to 85. But this dude had tapes, man, of DJs rocking these breaks that I would have never even heard of or knew of if I wouldn't caught wind of those tapes he was rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm hearing the Frisco disco breaks, not knowing what that is, but I'm hearing them.
Right.
In retrospect, I'm thinking back now. I'm hearing those records. I'm hearing of course, Just Begun, and then and then I'm also hearing. Don't even know who the hell was rapping on these records, all right? But it's obviously someone is rocking the breaks and killing it and rocking these joints and instrumentals, and they just steady. I don't know who the MCs was, but you could tell it was a group. They was in sync, whatever. It could have been a Cold Crush tape. I never know. I was probably in. Wasn't aware of. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, let's just be real with it. Like, if you weren't in tune or knew about it or didn't have no one talking about it or read it or whatever, you didn't know about no Cold Crush.
Right.
And Fantastic, you know what I'm saying, and all that. You didn't know about that. You had to be, someone had to be in tune with it to put you on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Records wasn't floating around unless they was really out there going. I mean, don't tell me, I'm not saying that nobody was playing or didn't have it, because people was out traveling, searching, and getting them.
Right.
But that wasn't a common thing for us to hear on that hip hop end like that. I didn't hear a lot of that afterwards, you know what I'm saying, unless I was around him or I, made copies of those tapes. The breaks we were playing, there was a lot of disco breaks.
The only other way you heard music like that is if you got out of Chicago and you went to New York. So if you went to New York or anywhere, or if you went anywhere on the East Coast and you got around anybody that had tape circulating, that's how you heard it.
Well, from my record, from what I'm hearing, because I wasn't there, so I can't say I was there. But from what I was told, it was DJs rocking that already in the city. But it was underground,
right?
It wasn't out there in the forefront, pushed like the Hot Mix 5,
right?
You know what I'm saying, like that. No, it was straight underground.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
there
was people already doing it that was out here that was in tune with this type of music and what was going on, but it wasn't popular like that in Chicago. As far as I remember, I don't remember being popular like that. until them 80s start coming in.
Yeah. And a lot of times when I talk to people, a lot of times when they talk about early music that you know, somebody said they heard on a tape, it was because they got it from somebody in New York. You know, when either they traveled to New York or a cousin or a relative or a friend came back with a tape, visited somewhere here in Chicago, and they heard it on the tape, and it was just like, oh man, I heard a Clark Kent, or I heard a Kid Capri mixtape.
Chuck Chill Out.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was just like, whoa, you know. So other than that, like for the rest of us, man, HBK all day, bro. Like,
I mean, like this record in my background right now. This movie alone, all right. The movie alone was so hard to come across back then because everybody went up on Wild Style. They knew about Breaking in Beach Street. Wild Style was on tape. Exactly. That movie didn't get to the theater in Chicago. You had to know.
Yeah.
Or someone had to put you in tune for you to peep that.
Exactly.
It's like the other joint, Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't coming on TV. That wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't go to the movies to go see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was a little later when it did, and you still had to be up on that though.
Yeah. So again, someone had a videotape that got it from somewhere, and you know how just like you dubbing cassettes, the videotapes was getting done. Well, and even back then, you know, everybody didn't have 2 VCRs. You know what I'm saying? You had 2 VCRs, you had some bread.
Yeah.
So it was hard to get across those joints, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. I mean, as far as I remember, you know, it wasn't easy to get across that those filming of us seeing visually how they get down with that culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. A lot of people's first visual of that is on the East Coast is Beach Street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then later on in that, you know, they may look at Crush Groove, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we know that was Hollywood, but at the same time, it still had visuals of, you know, the infamous Run scene, you know what I'm saying, which I love, you know, and a few other joints, you know, they were showing you in, you know, them performing in the Fever. We don't know nothing about no Fever.
Right.
About that, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, though, Chicago DJs have always mixed and played a certain way to carve our own lane and have our own style. Our style is seamlessly. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're cutting it in, doubling up, mixing, blending, it's seamlessly. If you got train wrecks and off and we ain't pushing, you know what I'm saying? Like they push the record over their finger, we ain't doing that. You ain't know. That's a rule. You don't do that. You gotta use that pitch, homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta work that pitch. You gotta work that turntable, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they don't care about that now because everything is, you know, in your face and waved and, you know, I mean, I'm old school with it. You know what I'm saying? I could play that too because it's easy for me to really do with the waves and Serato. That's how they made it convenient. But, you know, with the beats per minute and all that, whatever. But then you really had to know your music, man.
Yeah.
You really had to know your equipment. You had to know how to balance certain things, the levels, the bass, the arms, all that, just so you can play right. You know, it's a whole. I mean, you just had to learn, man. I don't think they learning enough, if anything, man. Not even just the skill set, just even learning how to know music, play music, read the crowd. You know, everything is a little too cliche. But anyway, we ain't gonna get into that.
Well, let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll pick up where we left off. Y'all are watching the RYC Live Show, and we will be right back.
Hey, yo, legends, where y'all at? We got a mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 7. Enough is enough. On the corner, fireworks burst every night without a patriotic soul in sight. Time's running out. Time's running out. You can't teach what you don't know. You feel me? You feel me? It's so useless.
A lot of people use the term hip hop, and they use the term hip hop as rap music.
Stop the violence.
Whoop your kid. Whoop your kid. Whoop your kid. Whoop.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Let me make it clear. Yeah, I can move the crowd like strippers when they up the pole. Watch them move around.
Different type of racket, they don't ball like this. Disconnect the competition, tell them call on this.
First of all, let me explain the situation like this. The kid in this bitch, the kid don't miss.
Nothing but the diesel I crumble up. Been a hustler since Reebok's on the pump 'em up.
Y'all took a good one, but better tossing towels. Kill Margo in this shit, nigga, I'm the king now.
I get you straight like an onion board, the onion cords, but you gon' have to pay for it.
That's right, motherfuckers, we back in this bitch, reppin' the shot.
Spectacular vernacular, big styles like spatula. 8-ball, corner pocket, I drop shit. Kicking in your toe like Rambo. Negro, don't forget the mysteries. If I wake up MCs, then I put them to sleep like 211 with pills in it.
But if they got body, they probably got bodies.
Starting the ass whooping, poisonous like strychnine.
Made in the image and likeness, my existence, the God.
The city of haters, shady behaviors, hugging us are they favorites.
I'm gonna lead us here, just to say the least. A&R's killing the game, now it's AR leaks. I wanna bring to you some lyrical demonstration and representation from some heavy hitter spitters. You know what I'm saying? First of all, let me explain the situation like this. JMD, Mr. Club Banger, still 80s hot, and ain't shit sweet on the bars unless it's Bailey shot. Never will a hater have me acting out my element.
If you wanna battle me, I battle you. The only way you win, I've got on the side of you.
Straight to the point, 8 bars, metaphors, punchlines, and no mumbling. Shouts out to Chicago MCs, reppin' they city, showed up and showed out, enough said and no excuses.
Welcome back to the RYC Live Show. This is Rep Your City RYC Live Fresh Fridays, and we have our special guest, DJ Phonz, in the building.
Peace.
So yeah, man. So man, very interesting, man. Very, like I feel like, and this is why we do these shows like this, because this is kind of like a record that we're making right as we speak. Just like HBK was so instrumental in our development. There may be some young people watching you right now and learning about your story and the things that you experienced, and this can be very beneficial for them coming up right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's why this is so important to document stuff and then share it with the world. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
Yeah.
Like I see a resurgence, you know what I'm saying, on the vinyl, coming back in the past, 15 years? Mm-hmm. And the younger crowds, you know what I'm saying, getting into that sound and having older artists or artists that they into buying their vinyl copies, you know what I'm saying? And still may have it on their playlist, you know what I'm saying, on their phone in the car, whatever, but they still want the vinyl. It's the thrill of it. The thrill of that is coming back a lot more. Yeah. Which, you know what I'm saying, I like, and then I which I think it allows people to learn more about the actual artist, the creativity, who's playing on the record, if they got the credits in there. We read credits on our album. That's how we knew about who was playing on what. And I mean, even like I'll just go back to like with the hip hop, right? If you saw somebody's shout outs on the credits and you're like, oh man, they're giving them a shout out. Or that's how you may have heard about a crew or someone shouting them out before their record came out. And then when the record came out, you're like, oh man, they down with such and such, or such and such game them, that just caught your interest just to even peep what was going on. Now, sometimes it don't always end up being dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was some whack stuff that came out and sprinkled up out of there, out the homie groups, and you know what I'm saying? But it still puts you in tune, you know what I'm saying? It puts you in tune with the producers, it puts you in tune with the DJs, you know, and the featured artists, you know what I'm saying, who didn't have a deal yet, and then you look up and they come out and they end up being the man, for a minute. So I like that. I like the fact that, they're learning. I'm hoping that a lot of them want to learn more about this culture and not act like it just started with them, because we didn't act like that.
Now, let me ask you, did you practice or participate at all in any other disciplines of hip hop besides DJing?
No.
Okay.
I got an ear for how MC is supposed to sound and how they're supposed to stay in pocket.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't trying none of that. I might have tried it. I might have did a little flexing.
Okay.
There, but not much of that. You know, my whole thing was
the music.
I got to get you moving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to play for everyone. You know, from my understanding, I was known for really, you know, getting the females moving.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Getting them moving and just playing records for them too. Just try to balance it out. Even with the hip hop days, you know what I'm saying? I was doing that early, man, playing the original samples with this and mixing the cracker beats or mixing certain, you know what I'm saying, drum breaks along with them, like remixing this stuff live. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just being daring, but still kind of, you know, I like to dig deep. So, you know, I could take you there, you know, or I can just kind of keep it subtle. But I don't want to, I won't even say keep it subtle, man. Just kind of keep it kind of what you know, but still not play the garbage, man. You know?
Okay.
When I mean the garbage or the cliche typical stuff, you know.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of the organizations that you were a part of or crews such as RYC and Euphonics. How did you connect with those crews?
Well, with RYC, first of all, I watched Fahim and Pac-Man get busy early.
Okay.
Early stages, because they used to. Fahim was cool, was real good friends with my man Kip again. He again comes back full circle, you know, it's very influential, you know, in what I do. But they was tight, they still tight, you know what I'm saying? And so I watched these dudes breaking, you know what I'm saying, and like this is early. Breaking and you know, they had the towel out, you know what I'm saying, and whatever, and they getting busy, you know what I'm saying, and Pac-Man was DJing too, but he was also on the floor.
Right.
Well, he been DJing for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
He probably don't even remember that him or Fahim, but I was that young dude out there with the rest of some of them younger cats out there. My man Keith, shout out to my man Keith. That's Kip's younger brother. You know, me and him, that's my boy. We're the same age. So I was one of them young cats out there watching them, you know, and Steve would be out there. Steve Conley, that's Mike Conley that played for the Grizzlies. That's his uncle.
Nice.
You know, he'd be out there with them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just soaking it in. Soaking it all in, you know what I'm saying? Just soaking it in, peeping it, watching everything, you know what I'm saying? And I did, now don't get me wrong, I did in them early days, I did pop lock, you know what I'm saying? I had a little backspin to me, you know what I'm saying? Little move, I go into a head spin stand and drop to a backspin. And that was a little good one I had. I perfected that one, but pop locking and all that, you know what I'm saying? And waving, you know what I'm saying? I was doing that a lot, but I ain't gonna sit here and say I was a floor general. And I ain't even going there, man. You know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying? Because I used to go to I was part of Abbott Park Day Camp, you know what I'm saying? And when they would go out to Screaming Wheels, we'd be out there battling other parks, you know what I'm saying? Palmer Park or some other parks or whatever they used to go to. You know, everybody go on that Screaming Wheels trip at the same time. And you know, it's a battle going on, you know what I'm saying? The Screaming Wheels, you know what I'm saying? So you're right there. It's packed up in there. There's a lot of females, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to show out and
right.
Too, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to get it off. You know what I'm saying? So all that old waving and pop like and snatch your head and all that animated and eat your, you know, eat your heart out, spit it out, you know what I'm saying? I was doing that. When I got the windmilling and all that, I'm straight. I did my part. I did my part. Straight up. I ain't lying about that one.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Fun times though, man. So your introduction with RYC was Pac-Man and Fahim.
Well, that's far as like, you know, well, I remember hearing that name early, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But me being in was through Euphonics, and a lot of the members in Euphonics were from my neighborhood.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them from my neighborhood.
Okay.
So, and I was already doing my thing. And like certain members in Euphonics used to be the Vigilantes. That was their name of their crew at first, you know. But shout out to my man Hundo, Big Face Hunter, you know, Peace Rock. I believe he came up with him, Skeep, and and Nino. I think Nino, all them, they started because Euphonics started at Julian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Was Skeep and Nino, Chris. you know what I'm saying, Big Face, my man GY and all them, you know what I'm saying? But it started there.
Mm-hmm.
It started at Julia. You know, so you know what I'm saying, a lot of us knew each other already.
Now, what high school did you go to?
I went to Harlem.
Oh, you was at Harlem. Okay, got it.
I was at Harlem.
Okay.
And quite a members in Euphonics was at Harlem too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shazam, DJ Get Down. You know what I'm saying? They both went to Harlem.
Right. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Y'all used to have some epic practice sessions over there at Mother's house.
Yes. Yes. That was like second home to a lot of us, man. You know, that was a blessing, man, to actually be able to have to do that. And, you know, honestly, just to go there for, you know what I'm saying, Chris's peoples, you know what I'm saying, his grandmother and his mother, to allow us to even, you know, do that, you know what I'm saying, and gather like that, you know, because that saved a lot of us, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we used to be in that basement a lot, like even after the meetings, just, you know, and people would come by to our meetings that went other crews, because you know how we are, man. We show love, you know what I'm saying? Even if we battled you, or, you know, we knew you might have been competition, but we were still cool with people in other crews like that. And they used to come by, you know what I'm saying? Come by the practices or the meetings. You look up and it's Sin and all kind of people and other graffiti writers, you know what I'm saying? Brothers from LEH and all them. And, you know, they all, you know what I'm saying? What was it, Basive? You know what I'm saying?
That was our crew.
You know, you feel me? So everybody, you know, getting up, because I mean, look, man. At one point, you had to find space to get up on Chris' basement. There wasn't no space. You know what I'm saying? It was tagged up. Yeah. Wild style. It was everywhere. You had to find room to make sure your name stood out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
I always thought Chris's mom was one of the coolest.
Oh yeah, Nancy,
moms,
man. That's,
you know,
like, man, that's like second mom to a lot of us, man. You know.
Yes.
She went to Harlem.
Yeah.
She came out, you know, the year my auntie and it was
and you know, she told me, she said, you know, I wanted to make sure that, you know, Chris and his friends had a safe space to enjoy themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Provided it too, man.
And even if that meant your own home, because I couldn't, like, my family wasn't finna let me write on no walls inside the house, right? Yeah. So that was just a no. But when I went over to Chris's house, and I'm like, wow, your family let you write on the walls, bro, in the house? You like, yeah, man.
That was a spot, man, for real. No spot for years.
Right.
You know? And me and Chris, you know what I'm saying, we've been knowing each other since we were shorties. So
yeah, right, you know? Right.
And then, like I said, and then plus to add to that, I got my younger brother Bugs soaking all this up that I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, man, I had literally used to get mad at my brother, man. I used to get mad at Bug for messing with my turntable sometimes I wasn't there. Yeah. Right. And he'd sneak and do it. And I can tell he was messing with it. It was just be one or two things is out of place that wasn't there before. But he'd try to put my pitch back the way it was, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But him and my cousin TJ, they was young, you know what I'm saying? We talking like 86, 87, 88. And they making these tapes with one radio that's a recorder and then another one. You know, they playing a beat. And then this one, they recording, talking on the speaker, rapping, doing these routines. But my brother is seamlessly looping these tracks on these hip hop records and tapes at the end of the, you know how they extend the beat, nobody rapping, they let the beat play. So he's extending them, like how we used to do with the edits on house and disco. Right. He's doing that with hip hop at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Wow. 9 years old. And I'm like, and he's sneaking DJing on the shit. So what's that? Summer '88. I'm like, look, man, I ain't let him go nowhere. I just showed him exactly what to do so he can stop sneaking on. I ain't worried about him messing up my needles. And, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to let him mess around and show him stuff, but I had to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Regulated.
Yeah.
But then when I heard them tapes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, man, you doing this shit perfect. I'm like, you can do that, you can spin.
That's
what I told him. And he already knew the records, you know, so because he watched me, you know what I'm saying? And plus, on top of that, I played bass, man, you know, a little bit. But my thing was the drums. I had a bass guitar, but my thing was the drums. I had a drum set. I had a Pearl drum set.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, in grammar school. So I was down there trying to be like my man from was a John Bono from Led Zeppelin, and
okay,
you know what I'm saying, Stephen Copeland, or his name Copland from Police, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My favorite drummers, you know, and a few other people, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to mimic them. I was mimicking these records.
Yeah.
Trying to be like them, keep my timing and speed up. You know, I was following all that. Jimi Hendrix Band of the Gypsies, and you know, I was a rockhead when it came to them drums, man. You know,
that's what's up.
And then, you know, I had to keep it up because that's just, you know, jazz. You know what I'm saying? There was certain ones, you know what I'm saying, but a jazz drummer taught me how to start off playing drums. You know, taught me how to hold my sticks. You know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. So he taught me that. So. That's what's up. And I'm gonna add this in too, though, man. I used to play, and people think I'm lying. I'm telling them not lying. I was like 9, you know what I'm saying, 8 going on 9. My grandmother, she used to go down there with her friends. She had a buddy named Miss Raymond. She was Jamaican. That was her best friend. You know what I'm saying. And grandmother don't remember this to this day. Trust me, because I mentioned, I was like, man, you used to sell clothes at Jewtown. You and your friend, y'all used to sell clothes and sell stuff at Jewtown. And I, at one of these breaks for the blues band, used to be down there. You know, he used to have them blues bands down there. I asked him, could I get on the drums to mess around? You know, while they have their little break, I just want to get on the drum and play. Right. And so I started getting in that little, you know, rhythm, and I look up, this dude and picked up a guitar, and you know what I'm saying? And then it got the rhythm section going, and I'm 9 years old. And I brought them dudes some money too, man, because you got a whole bunch of white folks palling around, and you know, other people looking around, looking at this young boy playing the blues. You know what I'm saying? That was exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't on my business thing on that thing, because I could have been like, I need a cut of that. Or grandmother, you know, she was just like shocked to see me do it, you know. That's what's up, man. But that was a thrill for me. So it was like that, not being afraid of having that crowd and people looking at you, and just naturally, you know, I think I was blessed with timing, man. Yeah. Me personally, that's how I feel. I was blessed with timing, you know, having a good natural timing, man. So let me give a couple more shout outs to some of these people checking in real quick, Phonz. Shout out to DJ X-Ray checking in the building. Oh, man. That's one of my favorites, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He keep me on my heels, man. He keep me on. He keep me, trust me, man. X-Ray keep me sharp, bro. He'd put out some joints, be blowing my mind. I'd be like, I gotta get that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I slept. You know what I'm saying? For real. We got I ain't want to, you know, to say that I wasn't up on stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know if I wasn't up. Okay. We got DJ Night Rain checking in right here. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. That's what's up, you know. And then shout out to my homeboy Nino in the building. Man, that's family indeed. Yes, indeed. Nino. Yeah. Shout out to his brothers, man, Toriano, man, and Nero. Yeah. Oh, we got the Queen checking in the building. MC Precious. She said, DJ Phonz, much love, much respect. Yes, peace. Peace, yes, that's Simone. Yeah. There's Jill checking in. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I did some work with him too, man. I got records on him. We got the Native Son checking in. All day. That's crew. That's crew all day. All day, that's crew, man. Yes, sir. And it's love, man. It's love to see these brothers, man. It's, you know, I love it, man, because, you know, we've grown in it, you know what I'm saying? We've grown up and grown in the hip hop, man, and it's still in our lives, you know what I'm saying? And we got kids, we got families, man, you know what I'm saying? And it's still involved in our lives, you know? Yeah. It's crazy because, you know, a lot of people, you know, of course, you know, we remember Preaching to the Choir, they thought it was not going to even stick around, you know? Yeah. They were going to fade out, and then they tried to weed it out, and thank God for Luke, so you can say what you want to say on vinyl, you know what I'm saying, on record, on wax, you know what I'm saying, because everything would have shifted, man, if he didn't win that case, man. And look, this is what I want to say, too, to you, my brother, because I feel like, you know, all of us played a role in allowing and contributing to helping hip-hop maintain its essence, right? I definitely feel like a lot of times the work that we do as artists, no matter what discipline you practice,
and especially a DJ, because a DJ's job is to make people enjoy the music, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's a pretty big responsibility, and not everybody can do that and do it well.
Yeah, and keep them going.
And keep them going, and maintain relevancy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just give you mad love and props for my brother, because
it, man.
Man. all the work that you've been doing prior to this date is very much well appreciated. All your fans and supporters, I'm sure anyone that's tuning in that follow you, can attest to that. But I just think that just us in general coming out of Chicago, we need to love on each other a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Like we need to stop the hate and stuff and just appreciate artistry when we see it, because nobody's perfect. But at the end of the day, we all just striving to try to be seen and heard and be acknowledged. And with most of us getting older now, again, like we don't want to wait till somebody is no longer breathing to tell them how much we appreciated it.
Yeah, exactly, because we at that age,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of these younger artists or kids out here that's into that, they dying off, at a much younger age.
Yeah. So now let's talk a little bit more in detail about you and your specific style as a DJ. One of my favorite pictures of you that was shot by Ronnie Boykin. Mm-hmm. And I just think this is one. This is not even a full photo, but this is one of the classic images.
That's one of my favorites, man. That's dope. Actually, Tego was in the back. He was in the background.
Yeah. Because it's a little wider angle.
Yeah.
But I just
I need. You know what? Hold on. Let me sidebar for a second, man.
Yeah.
I need that T-shirt again, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do. I'm gonna tell you why. Because look, that T-shirt is very sentimental. Well, I don't have it no more, but it's sentimental for me because for two reasons.
Uh-huh.
One, I bought that from Heckle Fresh.
Okay.
And that picture was taken by Ronnie for that tribute for Heckle Fresh in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I was mad that the T-shirt got lost somehow. I was real pissed about that because, I wasn't going to wear it that much.
Right.
Put it up, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I bought it from Heckle, so that really kind of like,
Yeah, because Heckle designed
the
logo.
You know what I'm saying?
We can make it happen. I know what size you wear.
Man, I need XXL. I need room, man. I can't do this mediums, man.
Yeah. No, we'll make it happen. And I just think there's just nothing more than just to have classic images, because especially with us doing the museum, we come across a lot of images, with the work that we're doing at the museum, and it's just always good to be able to show a variety of different images, especially classic ones that's like in motion. You know what I'm saying? Where you actually at work doing what it is you do in your craft. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, hold on. I'm going to add something to it on that picture. Uh-huh. That's actually X-Ray's setup that I was DJing on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He brought the setup for that night.
Nice. Yeah, man. So let's talk a little bit about your style as a DJ. Like, what would you like people to know for those that may not know, or what do you think that's important for people to pay attention to make them a good DJ? What would you like to say in that regard?
Well, I would like to say, for one, be yourself. Mm-hmm. Be yourself. Please learn the actual skill trade of it. The actual skill set of it. Because controllers and computers, they shut down. What you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, equipment breaks down after a time. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I think that every club should have a DJ setup with turntables in their club. Every last one of them should have it, just in case. Even if you're not using that moment, have it there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be maybe one of those moments, or at least because that way you can have the option too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I also say, if these stuff breaks down, if you got glitches and and somehow these Seratos and all these records, all this stuff ain't gonna work. And those who don't have vinyl and you can't run, you can't play, whatever your stuff break down, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
If you can't run your MP3s, if you relying on that just alone, what you gonna do? I can go and grab some cuts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't have to do vinyl. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do that. But this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is
right.
I play on Serato and controllers and stuff. I mean, I prefer the ones that feel like the turntables. I can't. That's what I prefer. You know, that's just me. But and I will also say, you know, just to stay in your lane, you know, and really just carve your lane. You know what I'm saying? Don't find your audience. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to pick up little stuff here and there from other DJs or just, you know, maybe a record, you know, but don't try to mimic that DJ. You know, I mean, me coming up, you weren't supposed to sound like the next person. As a matter of fact, you couldn't even play the damn record again unless it was an instrumental, possibly.
Right.
You know, if someone played a vocal version, you probably can get away with an instrumental if you're mixing it with something. But you weren't even supposed to play the same record twice.
Right.
You ain't supposed to hit the same record twice in the night. If you got the only DJ or two, you ain't supposed to hear that, man. It's too much music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to follow behind somebody and they ain't already killed it. So now you got to do something to stand out. You may have to play a dope intro or have something, or the first record you play just may have to stand out to get you going and get them like, okay, he running this now. It's a new DJ, you know what I'm saying? But not on some old, oh man, they about to play this style again. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hear the really good mix up or good music mixture, man. And whatever your style is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do my thing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, people may want to hear the trap and drill in the top 40 all night. Okay, if you playing that, then do it different a little bit. Freak it. You know, and they got the stems and the, you know, the buttons and all the little, you know, everything you can use now to remix it live and do it correctly. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them that's good at doing it. You know, don't get me wrong. That's just not my forte style of play. I'm a little more eclectic. You know what I'm saying? I like the crowd to actually pay attention and listen to the song. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't in a rush. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And just, you know, I mean, I like it's just, it depends, man. I'm a mood setter, you know, so I go off the mood and the feeling and the vibe on the environment and I'm around. And then the people that's sitting there, you know, because trust me, they may not say it, but they getting tired of hearing the same type of sets, man. You know, and then you got something out here, and I'm gonna say this, they can get mad all they want. They scared to be daring and go there, or you know, that stupid ass mention of, oh man, that's old, man. Why are you playing that? Well, it's a classic.
Yeah.
I can play this with the stuff that just came out that you may not even know about.
Yeah.
But I can still mix it in. You got to know how to run those records if you up on them. Everybody not in tune. So, and I also think that they scared to just really. I think a lot of the audience too, man, and some DJs are scared to really provide them with new music, or you know, like when we was coming, it was like, okay, you know, you're gonna hear that record, or might only hear it by these one or two DJs, ones that's running this, because it may be something exclusive until you know it comes out, or it don't come out. But you already knew their style of play. You already knew, and people can balance stuff very well too. And everybody ain't good at that, man.
But you know, like what you just said, it to me just makes perfect sense because, you know, I didn't really pursue DJing like full time as a career, but I dabbled in it a little bit. But from what I understand, just going to parties and listening to other DJs that took on that craft, I mean, you know, DJs, like you said, they know how to read the room. Yeah. So, you know, like if they see,
well, they should know how to read the room.
A good DJ. Yeah. You know, but see, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I know, like, going back to the 80s, let's just go back to the 80s for a moment. And I know sometimes we would walk in the room, you know, I was a hardcore B-boy back in the 80s, right? So I would walk into the room and didn't have no idea who was on the decks, right? Who was up there playing the music. But I could walk into the room and just our appearance, the DJs would play music that we could dance to just by us walking in the room. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, so like to me, like it just makes perfect sense for a DJ to recognize the people in the room so that you could, like you say, he know how to read. Like he's seeing people and he's like, okay, I'm going. Right now, a lot of people ain't dancing. So maybe I'm gonna shift a little bit and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play some of this. I'm gonna play some of that. Maybe they see guys and girls hugging up a little bit. Okay, maybe I go into some slow jams, right? Or whatever, right? But to actually come off the head and say, oh, don't nobody want to hear nothing old. Well, of course, older people want to hear older music that's from their era, just like younger people want to hear younger stuff, right? So I just think that's just the artistry of a good DJ to be able to read. Like, to me, when we would walk into a room and I had no idea who the DJ was, but he would play some break beats because he knew we was ready to rock on the floor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was just classic to me. Because I'm like, how he know? You know, that's one of the main reasons why we came to some of the parties. So we get down.
But he peeped that he got an audience. Now he can run these records because that audience that came in.
Exactly.
You know. Me, exactly. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I don't try to set myself in a position, put myself in a position where I'm forced to play some stuff I just don't. You're not known for me to run. I'm not running.
Right.
You call me stubborn, whatever. I don't give a damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm not feeling it in here,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not running it.
Right.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's the most popular record that you like.
Right.
I'm gonna let that DJ play that record. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna wait till he get on to hear that record. I'm not playing it. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? And then there's certain stuff that just certain things I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? And there's no disrespect to no DJs. They play it because there's moments of time of it. But you're not gonna catch me playing Camp Low. This is it, y'all. I'm not running that record. Okay. Too many people play that damn record, and it's still a joint.
Right.
It's just not a joint for me.
Right.
I'm not running that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But it's a popular hip hop record.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I still love Triumph. You know what I'm saying? I still love DeWitt. You know, I got my moments when I may want to hear those. You know what I'm saying? Or if another DJ is playing those records and I ain't even heard anyone, I don't play them, I'm still make get that feeling like, oh shit. You know
now let me ask you this in harmony with what you just said. When you're not feeling something, what about when we go into the professional side of DJing and you're hired to play whatever the person that hired you wants you to play?
No, that's the problem. That's it right there. If you hire me, you already know my style of play.
Okay.
You can't put a quarter in my ass and pick the damn record and shit. You know, no Diddy, no homo, you know, but you're not gonna do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No, you hire me for my style of play or what I do. Now, I may surprise you with a few joints that you may not expect me to play. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do that, man, like that. You know, I remember this one party, man. This chick argued me down to play Beyonce. And this ain't no dark to Beyonce or nothing. I just don't play Beyonce records. Okay.
Okay.
And maybe that one with that reggae, that one with Sean Paul. I'll run that one.
Okay.
I like that joint, you know, but I get the women moving too. It depends if I go in there going older with something they like. But anyway, she argued me down. You know, when you gonna play some Beyonce? I'm like, look, I wasn't even told to even go there. This is a whole different crowd. You know, they wanted classic stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Old school. You know what I'm saying? And I sprinkled some newer stuff they wasn't up on, but it was dope. And they go, what's this? That's not, you know. She argued me down, so she went and hollered at the person who was throwing the party. You know what I'm saying? Like she went to go get the police. You know what I'm saying? and got, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, got shitted on when she told her, I don't want to hear that either.
Right.
And I let her know. I said, baby, this just ain't that type of crowd right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to hear it, I'm sure they playing it on the radio again. Like, you can turn the Henny down and catch that record you're looking for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That she wanted. I just wasn't going to run it. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing. Like, that's why I don't keep my space. So don't even come up and ask me for, if you request something, it better be within that flavor when I'm already on.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Or it may be a pretty much good record. You know what I'm saying? I really don't take requests like that, man.
Okay.
I don't, man, because I'm sorry. I come from that era, man, when you follow that DJ, you know how they got down. You know what I'm saying? You know what you coming to hear. You know what you going to get. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So don't bother the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You paid your money, come and kick it. You know what I'm saying? Be unexpected. You know what I'm saying? The thrill of unexpected. You know what I'm saying? The shock, the shock value of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's something you never heard.
Now you also do production. So how does that work when you get into the realm of working with other people that you're producing for?
I try to. Well, it depends on the genre. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Mm-hmm. But I try to make something that I think they sound good on, but fit within what they're doing, but also stand out, be a little different. You know, I like for MC. Well, if we talking about hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I like for the artists and the MCs to be a little daring, too, as well. You know, kind of like get out your box and your element a little bit. You know, and plus I'm big on drums, man. I'm big on, you know, the bass and the drums, which is the main core. You know what I'm saying? The heartbeat of it. It keeps it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
so
who's some of the people that you've done production for that you can recall?
Well, first of all, I'm not the one that does production with the big names. That would be my brother. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He got the big names under his belt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And much love, and you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him, man, because I watched how he worked hard on it, and we got the same brain training when it comes to that, you know. But the ones that you may know about, you know, Count, Steady Serve.
Nice.
Which we actually working on his album. You know what I'm saying? His new stuff. You know, I'll be on the lookout for that. I've been playing some of the stuff on my show. I've done some, you know what I'm saying, early old Lupe, Griffin, Smoke Spot, which was a group that was about to be signed to Relativity that, you know, Dion was kind of molding. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Mooney from LEP. My cousin TJ. You know, his son is making music. He's called by Papa. He's making music, you know what I'm saying, and in movies, and he was in Creed 3 and the Eddie Murphy movie 2 as well. So, you know, he's doing his thing, but you know, TJ, my son's mother, Lisa, Pretty Kitty.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's my son's mother. Panther, my man Big Face, Hondo.
What about Water? Have you done some work with Water?
Yeah. Me and him we did an EP, and I got some other records with him. We did an EP together too. I think it was 2018. Worked with Water. My man Lil E. Man, dude, some of everybody, man.
Well, let me ask you real quick. And I don't mean to cut you out, but you know,
cool.
I'm just trying to make sure we hit some of these points. So you sent me 2 files, digital files. One of them was too big because it was over 30 megabytes.
Okay.
But the one that you sent me for Water, what did you do on that project? The Field Nigga.
Oh, well, I produced that whole joint. The whole album.
All right, let's do this for those that may have not heard that yet, because you sent it to me and I was able to upload that one in the queue. So let's go ahead and listen to that one, y'all. This one is Water, and production is done by yourself, right?
Yeah. The album is called The Foundation of Life, Water and DJ Phonz.
Okay, let's take a listen to this.
For sure.
Keep bouncing.
Use my time, said I'm waiting in a useless line, about to lose my mind. Hard luck, still in the grind, strategize like I'm winning the crime. I feel nigga. Don't abuse my time, said I'm waiting in a useless line, about to lose my mind. Hard luck, still in the grind, strategize like I'm winning the crime. I feel
go to school, go to work, go to church, call it life. Play the fool or the jerk and pay the ultimate price. The awesomeness that I feed you alternate my cerebral. Thought waves form, creating my alter ego. Reload after shooting the cannon, when revolting against the machine. Learn to stick to your planet. Soon as you get off course, get a feeling of panic. Either way, you gotta manage and move by your standards. Light as a feather, big plans like I'm Valletta. Flower of land, use the
bitch flourishing off of greed, poor labor and bleed. 2 days out of 7, relaxing your melon. The other 5 days working back to back till in heaven. Trying to take away your shine, steady wasting your time. You got a talent of your own, better get on your grind, you know.
Don't abuse my time, that I'm waiting in a useless line. About to lose my mind. Hard luck, still on the grind. Strategize like I'm planning a crime. I feel nigga. Don't abuse my time, that I'm waiting in a useless line. About to lose my mind. Hard luck, still on the grind. Strategize like I'm planning a crime. I feel nigga.
Fuck a 9 to 5, on the ship I idolize. Violence from my eyes, double hunting, no idle minds. The poor folk only struggle for so long. Hanging from short rope, loose neck, can't hold on. A big timer, getting my roll on. I only want the cream, I ain't talking about cold stone. You play the sheep, look around for the wolf. Wherever your chain is weak, that's the reason it's took. Crooks up in Cook County, want your head on the bounty. Know this shit real, probably on the head out the mountain. Offshore residential, pistol for the utensil. Another field nigga, a criminal with credentials. If any issue, I wanna solve the problem with you. If the work ain't about a dollar, I won't bother with you. So whoever gonna lose my time, I'ma shoot a swoop bullets from a good Glock 9.
Yeah. And I know, you know, it's kind of cool to be able to work with some people that just bring the heat anyway. People like Water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
a lot, man. There's a lot more I would like to work with too, though. I just haven't got around to it, you know.
Okay.
And then I just like staying in the mix, man. You know what I'm saying? But staying in the mix with the producers too, you know. Shout out to my man SC. Shout out to my brother Boogs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to SC. Shout out to Tony Bangs, Deca Durst, Max Julian. I can't name everybody, but I don't want to miss, you know, everybody either. You know, Etiquette, Tego Ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Saying who else? Kenny Keys. You know what I'm saying? Damn it, shit, man. I can't think of Stagnity, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yes,
you know, just, man, quite a few, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Mo Man too, man.
Yes.
Shout out to all of them, man.
So some of these other outfits that you've been working with, such as like you have your own show.
Nitty too, man. I'm sorry. I was thinking Brian all day. I just was on the phone with him and my brother. You know what I'm saying? My fault, bro. I didn't mean to cut you. I just said it.
No problem.
Shout out
to Todd Nitty. Yeah. So you have your own show that you do, WRKS, right? You know, and then you also are working on Bang Le Dex recording with, the legendary DJ Tego Ones. And so, you know, talk a little bit about those projects there.
Okay. Bang Le Dex, you know, that's Tego's, you know what I'm saying? That's his thing, his label, you know, that's his baby, you know, but that's my boy, you know what I'm saying? So we riding. But I've always kept my foot, you know what I'm saying, and kept, you know, in tune with the house DJs, the house crowd. I never stopped playing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was actually tell the truth, and they can argue me down if they want, you know, on record, but I know we was one of the earlier crews that was playing actual house at hip hop parties, you know. Like if I'm running Me, Myself, and I, or Shouldn't Have Done It, you might hear Mix Your Own Stars behind that, you know what I'm saying, or Faces of Drums or something like that, you know what I'm saying. You might hear these drum tracks running behind that, and that allowed us to go into the house name and just keep the party moving. And now we can go into, you know, some disco, mainline or whatever, you know, or some popular stuff. Is It All Over My Face? And, you know, and then if you play the house version of MC Light as a Rock, you know, you can go into that. You know, you just go into a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I mean, they wearing these records out to death now, but then, you know what I'm saying, you can run that and go into the Treat 'Em Right, Chub Rock, you know, but still keep your, you know, I could play Love Thing right after that if I chose to, you know, just original. And then I ain't gonna lose them, you know what I'm saying, either. Right. So we was able to incorporate that. And then don't get me wrong, it was other DJs that was playing, you know, I don't think everybody was on it though, but X-Ray, Twilight, Tone Be Nimble, you know what I'm saying? Some, you know what I'm saying? And like Cass was, even then Reno will throw in some stuff, you know what I'm saying, here and there, but we'll be hearing like these mid-tempo disco records at hip-hop parties, you know what I'm saying? Over like a Fat Rat and Heartbeat and what else, man? Just a few other ones, just certain ones, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You still hear those records up in these parties too as well. So I think as far as, certainly, and shout out to 33, shout out to DJ 2D, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Keywan Grimm, God bless the dead. I just think, you know what I'm saying, we all not necessarily was in competition, but we fed off each other,
Oh yeah.
We fed off each other, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact certain stuff I was playing made these dudes go back and check for they people's record collection. Like, oh, I know my people's got their, oh man, I heard my, they just went back to see, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't mind giving up the records or the titles. I ain't care about nothing like that. I mean, truth be told, I wasn't the ones that covered up my labels like that. If it was something that I just really didn't want them to know, yeah, but it ain't really been too many of them like that.
Okay.
I wasn't, I didn't cover up my stuff like that too tough, man. Just, being all secretive, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, I just want to show love like that. So
I failed to ask you about your role when you were working on HBK. You were with Essence Radio, right?
Yeah. Well, I used to feature on there here and there when JP Chill was still on there.
Okay.
So he'd like have me come and do like 2 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or hour and a half, or have me like an hour, and then come back and do a half an hour, another hour, something like that. Okay. But as a resident, yeah, it was through the Essence Radio with Tego and Mario Smoking Gay. Shout out to Mario, man.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about a young cat that knows some music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very impressive.
Man, very impressive. Like shock value impressive. Like, you ain't supposed to be knowing about that.
Look, Tego connected me with that brother, man. And actually I went over to a couple years ago now to his crib to take a lot of my HBK cassettes. And I got all my cassettes digitized through him. But what was so cool though, man, is some of the stuff that we was going over. I had tapes that went all the way back to the 80s, right? And some of them, I didn't have labeled, what year or nothing like that. So it's just because some stuff was recorded over it multiple times and stuff like that, right? So as we digitizing it in real time, some of the stuff was kind of hazy for me to remember what year it was, and so. But this young brother was like, that had to be 86 because so-and-so came out prior to that. And so it had to, and I'm thinking some the way he was reasoning with trying to figure out the year on some of this stuff. Yeah. I'm like, how you wasn't even born. How did you know?
Yeah. Some of the stuff he wasn't even born yet. That's true. But he got the knowledge of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not only the knowledge, he had a vinyl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got some records that I don't have no more. And I want again. And he pulled out. I was like, man, I need that again. I mean, I'm talking about they clean too.
He pulled out one record, bro, that I seen. He had several that I was impressed with, but he pulled out one record that he had in his collection that was produced by Cheryl Burton. Cheryl Burton made a rap record in 1985 when she was a part of a group called the Honey Bear Rappers. And when I seen that, I'm talking about Cheryl Burton, the news anchor.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And when I discovered that, bro, we got that record in the museum right now.
Wow. Hey, I got one, man. I don't know if anyone donated it, but I wouldn't mind donating it. I have a Carver High School 19 class of 83 rap record.
Oh yeah, that one, from 83,
yeah. I got it on vinyl, man.
Oh yeah, man. We would love. We just got a picture of it. We don't have the actual vinyl.
Man, you know what? I'll send it to you, man. I'll donate that. I'll donate that one, man. For real.
Yeah.
Definitely do that, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, what would you like to say, man, in conclusion, man? We already burned out a whole hour and a half already.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to answering your question. I really didn't fully continue to answer, but
okay.
With the Bang Le Dex, you know what I'm saying? That's really, a collective of artists from all over.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't just talking about the city, I'm talking about all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Really just bringing the heat on the techno side, the house side, and the hip hop side, like Riot. Shout out to Riot too. That's why I didn't mention either.
DJ Riot.
He actually put out a hip hop beat tape on that label. So it's only a few of us that's maybe doing hip hop with it, but I'm doing both. You know. And Tago's the anchor man on it. You know what I'm saying? He running the show on it. And the WRKS, I really started that because I just wanted to play music, man, for our audience. That's why I don't mix a DJ on there a lot.
Okay.
I actually play the whole thing, because I want them to actually be, I don't. If I decide to mix, you know what I'm saying, you would know, but I'm not. I may tell you, I may not. But I just want them to just play and play several things, not just keep it in hip hop either. That's why I play original samples. Okay. Breaks, you might hear me play some electro. You might hear me play what they may consider a mid-stepping record, but it's a sample for us, because it's been used. I'll let the whole thing play because someone might be able to hear another part to no one use and be like, oh, I want to use that. Or just remind them of something like, man, I forgot about this. Something like that, you know what I'm saying? And also I'm about to, when I started up next, I'm starting my show back up, man, because I had a little situation in the family, you know what I'm saying? It slowed it down. Okay. So I'm about to have guest DJs on there, so I want them to send me their set so I can play it during the show, and I want to feature guest DJs doing that. I'm not the only one that does it. I got a lot of respect for a lot of other ones. There's a lot of up and coming DJs that's playing hip hop and different type of music too as well. Younger ones, Devin, you know what I'm saying? Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying? Swing, he's out here doing his thing. He plays different styles of music too. That's why he's getting booked quite a bit. He diversifies, you know what I'm saying, his style. I mean, he ain't the only one, but I'm just saying, I just mentioned him because I know him. But I see other ones, trying to get busy, do their thing too on that end. But I know he plays house. I know he can play old school hip hop. And
that's where he got it from. He got it from his father.
Exactly though, you know what I'm saying? But I know there's other DJs out here that's younger who got it from their peoples or the people that was around or just into that era and also know about something from their era that we don't know.
Right.
We may mess around and find out that it's hot.
Right.
And be like, who's that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So we can learn from everybody in any age group.
I agree.
And even though I know I may be, I'm older than some of us, I ain't the only one, but I know I may be stubborn in my ways, you know what I'm saying? Certain things but I got an ear.
Yeah.
I know what may not work for me, it's gonna work for them.
Right.
And I also, and people will tell you, because I've told them and I've done it, I've sent records to other DJs that I know that will play that. Now, whether they're gonna play it, or can I promise that? No, I can't do that. But I know they're playing that lane. I'll be like, hey, I just sent you some records that I got. This don't fit the format for what we doing, but you may want to run this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shout out to my man Kingpin, Greg Cash, man. We that's actually my first, well, other than my younger brother, Bull, because he was rapping very young, very, very young. But really before my brother, though, but 82, 83, Greg Cash, me and him, you know what I'm saying? That was my first MC.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We used to bring all our James Brown records together, you know what I'm saying? And Paul's, you know what I'm saying? Paul's loop, you know what I'm saying? James Brown over and over and over, let it rap to it. You know what I'm saying? I try to do my little jiggers and all that on there when we was working with, twisting the knob on the amplifier on this amp, it was crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? We was broke.
That's
getting a realistic mixer from Radio Shack was the shit. It was like we felt like we upgraded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the beat machine, as far as production, you know what I'm saying? I started getting production. Like my first beat machine I touched was 86. My man Jason Williams he was working at the plaza, at the theater. And, you know, he was like, I'm about to get this beat machine. He didn't want to get no turntable. He told me, he said he want to get no turntables because his brother, Sandy, was already DJing. Him and his boy Bernard, and these boys was wizards, man. You hear me? I'm talking about get blends on perfect, making their own speakers. And, you know, man, bro, I'm talking about this making their own speakers. And they was in there, you know what I'm saying, looking like some, I'm talking about taking something apart, you know what I'm saying, tweaking the EQ. Man, they was on something, man, with his older brother, dog. But he had that, I forget, it was a Yamaha something, man. I'm going to have to text him, man, and see the actual, you know what I'm saying, series of that machine. It was black. It was a Yamaha, you know what I'm saying, had the cowbell sounds and all on there. So I was making house mostly on there, but I'll be making some of that early sounding hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, because it had the drums and the big kick and the big snare with the reverb on it, you know.
Right.
This is just big, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to think at some point in hip-hop, everything was big, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The sound was big, you know what I'm saying? Doom, doom, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's coming from that you know what I'm saying, that all you can eat, can you feel it, and Run DMC era, and then all the, you know, the Boogie Boys, you know what I'm saying? They coming from them type of drums, hitting, banging like that, and it was coming out of the Sugar Hill stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but the house was still popping, so you know we making stuff trying to mimic, you know, its house or drum tracks, trying to make them like Larry Heard was a big influence, you know what I'm saying, and major influence. And I think Kenny Jam and Jason had this one out, which is all drum tracks, you know what I'm saying. So we trying to make those like, okay, we finna make some of ours, you know, and get a little, you know, we upgrade to a mixer that got a little reverb or delay on it. So now we really tweaking, thinking we doing something, you know, like that. But another thing I'm gonna add to that is this though. A lot of people didn't have no manuals, man. We had to learn this stuff on trial and error, and couldn't save of it unless you taped it right away.
Right.
And that was the thing. You better tape it right away.
Right.
Or you're gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? Or it may not save us something, but if you make a long version of it too, so you can play it at parties. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Somebody want a dub of it, they playing your track at a party somewhere like that. And I'm young experiencing this. Like I said, my man Jay, this is 86, so he was already old enough to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was just coming over there. He calling me like, man, I got a beat machine. I'm like, coming over. You know what I'm saying? Working this and watching Kip and them too, though. You know, Nick Nas stopping on, he was throwing parties, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody was doing their thing, man, around, man. It was a lot of DJs and producers, man. That's why it's crazy, man. It was just a lot. I mean, at one point, everybody had equipment, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, DJ Diego, he from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? All them was doing this stuff way before me. All them went to Mendel. You know, I ain't never get to go to Mendel. I was too young.
Right.
You know, I couldn't get in there, you know. And then my older brother and then my cousins, they was going. They weren't gonna take my young butt up in there with them. So I got to babysit me at Mendel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'll be the one. I'm literally, man. Sometimes I'll be in the car and they go up in the party. I'm sitting in the car. Sometimes I just sit outside the car. You know what I'm saying, man? Because they wouldn't. You know, I'm there. I'm like, well, I'm riding with them anyway. Well, you gotta stay in the car. You can't get in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping the atmosphere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In front of Gil. I mean, I was in front of Gil's. I'll be out there across the street from the racquetball club. I had no business out there, man.
Man, great times though, man. Great times.
Was, you know, but I learned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just me being out. You know, I learned. I'm learning. All this, I look back at it now, I'm just learning, man. And I'm thankful, man, and grateful. And I'm grateful for other DJs out here and producers, you know what I'm saying? A lot of record diggers, you know what I'm saying? Just schooling me.
Yeah.
Whether they're younger or older, you know what I'm saying? Just schooling me, you know what I'm saying? Like literally schooling me to what was up, you know, whether it was just they got a bootleg tape at some party somewhere. And then going to the hip hop thing, you know, it's like when it started really kind of dying down and everything was clubby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing stuff, you know, but I still kind of stayed in my vein because I like the remix stuff. You know, like later on, I was doing the Dragon Room with Fast Eddie and Martin Boogeyman Luna on Sundays. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I was the only one playing hip hop.
Wow.
Up in there. They was playing house. And then I got to doing my hip hop and house thing, you know, and then it was just, but it changed. A lot of them changed over there. Like you said, I like to see you sweat. That's my thing. If I'm a DJ, you know, I gotta have you coming out there sweating, tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh man, he played. Man, I'm trying to, you know, if I see you trying to move out the room, I'm trying to. I adapted that from, you know, these stories and when I used to hear people be at the box and then me going to the box later, the newer box on 2010 Michigan. But if you see him down or they're about to leave out at the bar or whatever, it's like, let me throw some in and keep him up in here.
Yeah,
and have him running back in, like, oh man, he played this, you know, this and that, you know. So that's my thing. I'm big on that, man. I don't like the whole standing around looking and you know, it's like, especially when, you know, females up in there, it's like, stop looking at her, nigga, grab her. Say something to her, get up on her, man.
Right.
This is the atmosphere here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that super, they don't dance no more. Nobody party no more. Everybody want to be cool and
you know
It's like, man, what you doing that? Just all this is just social gatherings and you know what I'm saying? Well, we got wine
or one of these.
Yeah, all that too. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, look, man. That's why I ain't mad at some of these parties when you gotta put your phone up.
Right.
Playing exclusives, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be able to do that. They ain't gonna go down with that. But I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much of that.
Yeah.
And if you do got it, okay, then film what's happening or film yourself having a good time.
Yeah.
Not just standing there drinking.
Right.
No, it's like I don't see the partying no more, man.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm missing, man. The whole gathering and having a good time and partying and, you know, of course, you know, it's different now. You know, artists, it's different now.
We got to get you connected with us too, man, real soon because we're trying to plan a WHPK official reunion next year. Yeah.
This year or next year?
Next year.
Okay.
Next year. So for everyone that's still tuned in and listening and watching, we are going to be trying to plan an official WHPK reunion. So we definitely, like as you were saying, you know, we want to have a good time. We have some of the DJs come out and some of the, you know, just some of the community, you know, from people, you know, from our era and even later, come on out and enjoy yourself. So we ain't got all the details locked away yet, but you know, look out for that. It's gonna be coming out real soon.
Okay, that's dope, man. You know,
yeah.
I know that we was I hate that I missed out on those Make Music Chicago.
Yeah.
Then events that take over. I did a couple of them, but I ain't get to do the more recent one. I love to be able to come back home and do a lot of that. But you know, on the closeout, man, you know, I want to, you know, thank everybody, man, for, you know, supporting me all these years, you know what I'm saying, working with me, trusting me, you know what I'm saying, trusting my ears, you know what I'm saying, in the studio, you know, putting these records together. But I definitely would love to see, and I just have to say this again, when it comes to even the production, man, and you know, the DJing, just, you know, be yourself, stay in your lane. You know, don't try, you know, I mean, everybody's gonna pick up, like I said, from everybody, but you know, don't be too redundant, man, and or I should say so predictable on what you're gonna do, in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say throw them off, but just surprise them a little bit.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I would like to see a lot of younger artists that's out here that's doing some hip hop stuff. You know, I ain't talking about the top 40s and all them. They can have that.
Right.
You know, me personally, I mean, I know someone making money on them, but they burn out already to me. It's saturated and it's just redundant. And you're hearing the same record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All 40 of them is the same. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see a lot of younger artists that actually have the skill set. I'm speaking on the singers and, you know what I'm saying, and the MCs, the actual ones as MCs.
Okay.
You know? Collab, man, you know what I'm saying, with some of the veterans, man. And the veterans collab with some of these younger ones. Don't be worried about if they trying to outshine you or not. No, just make a good record.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? There's talent out here, man. You know, all that old look, it's already, the city is already segregated. Why we got to add on to it, man?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. In a sense, I mean, we know what the BS is. We know what type of energy of certain records is running out here and just killing these kids and fucking their head up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Got them out here like fucking zombies and shit. We know that. You know what I'm saying? We know the dumbass radio stations playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We know the typical get along game cliche. Everything is cliquish and all that. It's time for all that shit to stop. And it's time for some new fucking blood to get in on all rims, especially that damn house shit. Y'all got to stop gatekeeping. And I'm saying that shit. I don't give a fuck who get mad. Stop that shit. For real, it's a lot of talent. I ain't just speaking on myself. I'm talking about in general. Stop that shit. Because we really getting tired of hearing them same motherfuckers. Surprise us, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here got their own crowd that follow them. Yeah. You know, they don't want to hear the same shit all the time. Mix it up. That's the reason for having guest DJs. Okay, shit. Yeah. You know, I'm going there with it, man, you know. So
well, listen, my brother, this has been a great interview, bro. I look forward to seeing you come visit us at the museum and bring some toys for us, man.
Oh yeah, I definitely will, man.
You know,
before I leave, go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Also, I would like for you to, if you already have it, or if you can compile it, if you can kind of put together a list of people that you've done production for. Mm-hmm. I think that would be great for the museum as well.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah. Because I think even with the local artists, that's very important for us. Because again, it, like I always tell people, before people go mainstream, they're local first. Everybody's local first. Yeah. You know, and that's important. Local is important. So, you know, I would love to hear any more of your projects, man. You know, keep me posted. And we're gonna keep and you know, text me your number too, so that I have your direct line.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Definitely do that, man. And I need your address too, man. I'm gonna pull that record out, man. I'm gonna mail it to you.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely send it to you,
man. Yeah. I just want to give a shout out, man, to my moms. I love you. Shout out to my son Hezekiah. I love you. You know, shout out to my brother. Always love you. You know what I'm saying? He's always working, man. You know what I'm saying? I still think the city is snoozing on his ass, but I'm gonna leave that at that. Okay.
Right.
For real. He's always working. And shout out to all the artists out here that's, you know what I'm saying, that's actually doing your craft. You know what I'm saying? No matter what genre of music it is, but you know, at least remember that, you know, it's a message, man, behind what you're doing too. Because some of the shit's misleading our kids, man. We ain't gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we here now to tell this story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this to the young ones, like I say it all the time. I was like, man, you know, because a lot of them don't think they're gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? Someone make this record that got a lot of energy and anger in it because they can't see nothing past that, you know. Sad. And I'll be trying to tell them, like, shorty, you know, you try to at least get up to my age first. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get up to my people's age and my grandparents. I'm trying to reach that plateau. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand, man. Like, stop being in the rush so damn much, but don't sit on your ass either. Yeah. You know? But you know, it's got to be done right, man. And then just, you know, I think we all need to work together. Too much jealousy, envy. They worried about the wrong shit, material, and all that's leading. Oh, I should say, let me say this. All that is bleeding into, you know what I'm saying, like a fucked up mixer that you got to put WD-40 in. The shit's bleeding into the real culture and in the neighborhood and in the family structures and all that. It's fucking it up, man. It's fucking it up. So they got to remember too, we got kids listening to this shit. And separate the shit. Separate it. I'm sorry, man. My mama wasn't listening to Public Enemy, man. Okay? She wasn't. She's probably hearing, you know, Wild Wild West, probably like Heavy D. Right. You know what I'm saying? She loved Curtis Blow. Right. But she wasn't playing Public Enemy. Right. She wasn't playing Poor Righteous. As a matter of fact, she heard Poor Righteous teacher was like, that's war. You know what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? Right, right. Separate thing. That was our thing. Right. Now you got the super grown grandmas playing the same BS. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. Yeah. It's a lot of whoredom music being played out here, man. Yeah, it's a lot of work. A lot of dumb stuff too, man. So there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work still yet to be done, man. And I think Chicago can play a big major part of getting that work done. And what I want to shift of it. And what I want to say to you is just keep your light shining, man, in the right way that you know you need to shine it.
because I think when we lose focus of the work that we're supposed to be doing, then that's when we can't help nobody else if we ain't first helping ourselves.
That's true.
So make sure you keep your focus, keep your light shining, man. Keep doing what you know you need to do. I think this interview was great. I'm very impressed.
It was great for me, man.
I'm very impressed with your history, bro.
Thank you.
And you ain't done yet.
I'm not. I missed out on a lot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell that all, but I missed out on a lot. You know what I'm saying too, though. But I mean, I'm just glad they're able to speak it. I'm glad they're able to tell it. Really, truth be told. And I like to see not just the hip hop culture in general, the DJ culture definitely.
For sure.
Stay alive. And I'm gonna say it again, club owners. All right, bars. Get a set of fucking turntables up in there, man. And I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
All right, my brother.
Everyone, man.
DJ Phonz, man. We'll be back once again next Friday with another fresh episode of Fresh Fridays. But until then, don't forget to rep your city. My name is Artistic, and we're out.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Thank you.